What has happened after 2016, 4 years down the line, except Belize or some country, no important country has signed a treaty with India. So we see one thing, if you want sovereignty, yes, you can have sovereignty. Then don't expect the kind of investments. I mean, if you're talking for 5 trillion economy, make in India, having goods manufactured in India by multinationals and so on and so forth, then according to me, you'll have to think differently. You know? Don't worry about losing a few thousand crores in tax. Look at the thousands of crores you'll get in terms of GST, indirect taxes, employment generation. You got a 30-40 billion electronics market in India. Just imagine the kind of money and employment you generate by allowing the people to come in. But we're just worried, okay, how much tax I lose, and there'll be some tax dispute against me. Forget it. I mean, just think big. Be bold enough to say my tax laws are fair. I have nothing to fear.
Pramod, 20 seconds. India is an outlier in the way it's treating or dealing with many of these issues in the context of how we're looking at tax disputes through BIT and otherwise.
I don't think it's an outlier, but I think it's part of an education process for the country that there exists this international review through investment treaty arbitration. The learning curve is going to be steep, but I completely agree with Mr. Datta that probably the effect of all that is that the rule of law will be entrenched even further. So in addition to domestic courts which uphold the rule of law, international tribunals will also have a role to play in entrenching the rule of law and holding states accountable for breach of treaty obligations. And I think that's only a good thing.
And one last point about the Indian atmosphere. I've got multinational clients. I'll just give an example of 2 of them. In both cases, just 2% of the global turnover is from India. In one case, it's 1.4, one case is 2.2% of the turnover is from India. But 95% of the litigation is in India. So that's a huge eye-opener, you see, because they find that once they come into India, they've got a customs case, they've got a GST case, they've got a tax case, they've got a transfer pricing issue. So we'll have to really think about it. I mean, why does India have more transfer pricing disputes than the whole of the world combined? We'll have to really rethink that. Are our tax laws meant for tax collection or to promote investments and to promote growth? It's a very fundamental issue.
Well, I think that's the best.
I feel very strongly about it. That's why I said so.